Hello, family. How you loving? Hey, fam. How you loving? I'm Reverend Valerie Love at your service. And family, I have not finished getting ready yet because Facebook gonna make me be on time because if the stream starts more than 8 minutes after what I set it for, it cancels the stream on Facebook, which is good. I need that so I can be on time. Facebook is helping me. So hi family. So that's why I'm putting on my earrings on live stream because I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, Facebook about to cancel me. Can I have it? No, baby, I ain't going out like that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish doing this on air. How y'all like these lashes? Are these lashes outrageous or what? Child, I got them out of Marshalls. $3.99. I know. I used to pay my lash technician something like $150, $175 to come and do the individuals for me. Child, $3.99. And guess what? I feel good about it. $3.99, baby. And I feel good about it. Let me get myself together here and be ready for y'all. How you loving, family? How you loving? How you loving? How you loving? So today is Witchy Wednesday. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Brandis. Danielle, how you loving? Melanie, hey. Jay, hey, how you loving? Right, blessings. You got the new book. Jay, look. I pulled it up on Amazon. I look at my babies every day on Amazon, you know. Spellcraft for the Christian Witch, now available in Kindle, in the ebook and paperback. She just came out on 11/11. In 11/22, we had the let me get a bigger pic there, and on my ring light. There we go. Spellcrafting. Oh my God! This is a fat one, family. She's like 442 pages. And this is her twin sister, which has been on the bestseller list for week after week after week after week after week after week. So thankful, so thankful, so thankful. Awed, blessed, and thankful. That's all I can say. Awed, blessed, and thankful. So pick her up, How to Be a Christian Witch. And guess what? Spellcrafting is even going to be on hardcover. Smash up the likes, family. Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button. And remember to subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe. And by all means, join in on this discussion. So today we're going to talk about something that's really very near and dear to my heart. How to remove negative energy, negative entities. Let's get into it. So first of all, there's something we have to understand. So I'm going to give you multiple ways to remove negative energy and negative entities because I just don't allow negative energy anywhere around me. It's very destructive. It's a big problem. It will have your mind cloudy. Your house will be down. People will be getting sick. It is horrible. Cancel, erase. You must do something to deal with negative energy. So, first of all, let's talk about where it comes from. Negative entities. If we're talking about entities, let's just define this very clearly. I'm talking about negative entities that are wayward spirits, negative entities that are disincarnate, meaning people who have passed on, but they don't know that they've passed on, meaning entities that are nefarious. In other words, they were created out of our consciousness. Yes, there's a lot of entities all around this whole universe that are made out of the negative energy of we ourselves. So even in Kabbalah, it teaches us that we make angels and demons out of our minds all the time. We make angels and demons out of our consciousness. We have the ability to do this. And one of the ways that you know that this happens is because if you're in magic and you can create a servitor, which is actually an entity that you create out of your consciousness. If you can create a saboteur, then you know you can create all manner of entities, negative and positive. You have that power. So not only can we bring forth children, humans, souls, right? The soul comes through us and birth through us in physical form. You can also bring forth entities. You can birth spirit children. So some are also demons, demonic spirits. Some are spirits of envy, spirits of jealousy, spirits of anger, spirits of rage, spirits of confusion, spirits of jealousy. You see these spirits all around. You see them. And sometimes you can even see in people's eyes. How can you tell that you are dealing with negative entities? Look in people's eyes. When you look in their eyes, if there's an absence or if there's an intensity that looks like, we've seen this. This universe is full of spirit creatures, full of spirit creatures. Humans are the minority in this entire cosmos. Billions of us, we are the minority in the whole cosmos. We're not the majority, we're the minority. So there's very few humans compared to all the spirits in the trillions of uncountable spirits in the whole universe, in the cosmos, operating right next to you, just different planes, different dimensions, different planes of consciousness. So because they're in a different dimension, they are not, cannot be ascertained with the five senses. Even though sometimes, pardon me, they will push against the energy such that something will happen in the third dimension and you'll smell something, or you'll feel a cool breeze, or you'll feel something will move, or a breeze, or it gets cold or it gets hot. This is when some of these entities are pushing with all their might into the third dimension, because these entities, they don't operate in the third dimension. They operate beyond the third dimension. They're in spirit realms. So all we need to do, or what would be the best, or what would be most, beneficial, is if we just made peace with the fact that there's all these trillions and trillions, uncountable spirits everywhere, and did the same thing that you do on planet Earth, learn to get along with them. You learn somehow how to get along with your mother. You learn how to get along with your father. You learn what they like, or maybe you're still learning it. And you learn how to get along with your boo or your wife or your husband or whoever. You learn how to get along with your best friends. How? Because you learned them. You started to understand them. You know what they're like, what they don't like. You learn to get along with yourself. So why couldn't you learn to get along with all these spirit beings? You can. And everyone has their place. So it's just like the president is probably not going to come to your house, because the president has its place. The president lives in the White House. So probably one of the archdemons of hell are not going to come to your house. It has a place where it lives. Why would it come to your house? So we have to understand that these entities are not just coming just willy-nilly all over the place. There are laws in place, and there are ways that these things operate, just like there's laws on the physical plane, that people are not just going every which way, anytime, willy-nilly. No one's walking into your house right now from outside. Why? Because this is your house. You have a boundary. They have their home. When things go well, according to the system, nobody's coming to your house and trying to say, I live here. They know where they live. You know where you live. It's the same thing with spirit entities. These spirit entities, they know where they belong. They have their hangouts. They know their proper realms and proper dimensions. The only time you're going to have issues with these spirit beings is the same kind of thing that happens in the spirit world, in the physical world. Someone's breaking the laws, or someone's breaking the rules. Someone's not going according to the boundaries. Someone got out of where they're supposed to be for some reason. Now let's talk about what happens. These entities, first of all, these negative entities, and we're going to talk about negative energy as well. These negative entities, how do they leave from where they are, and how are they able to come into your world? There's a bridge. There has to be a connector. Like, a demon can't just jump from the infernal realm into your house uninvited with no, it doesn't work like that. There are barriers, there's a veil, there's a lot of things that demon would have to go through to even come to your house. And why would it want to? There must be a bridge. What is the bridge? Energy. What is energy? What we are emitting. So when we emit anger, you see, the denizens of anger, the anger entities, they attract to that. It is all energy. They attract to that. And what are they seeking to do? Feed. Every energy being has to have food. You have to have food, right? Every entity, everything in the whole universe has to have food. Everything. Because how is it living? Angels have food. Everything has food. It has to have some kind of supply, some kind of source. And God is the source. So we're all, whether 1 or 2 or 3 steps removed, we're all feeding off source. Source is the sun, also known as Ra, right? In ancient Kemet, Ra, which is the sun, which is the battery of this particular solar system that I'm emitting this signal to you right now. And maybe this signal is going to other solar systems as well. I don't know. There could be many other solar systems tuned in right now in dimensions that we just can't see or can't ascertain with our current level of science that are tuned into this broadcast as well. So every entity has to have food. It has to feed. Now, what do spirit beings feed on? Energy. So you're just like ancestors. Why in all of our ancestral paths, Yoruba or Ifa, Santeria, Hoodoo, Voodoo, all of them have connection with the ancestors. Why? These are the African religions, right? Which came in my lineage. I'm from the African peoples, right? Well, everyone's ultimately from African people. I'm talking about direct lineage, okay? Well, why in these traditions are we feeding the ancestors? Now, I'm not in one of those traditions. I'm a Christian witch. I am more of the experience of Christ and the craft and the integrating of this. We welcome all magical people here. Everyone's welcome here. As long as you come in love, and you come in peace, and you want to learn and you want to grow, you are welcome here. Now, in these traditions, what do? We feed the ancestors. How? Offerings. When I'm with my Ifa, when my Yoruba priests and priestesses, that you don't have a meal without an ancestral plate. It's just a natural. Plates around the table for everyone. There's an ancestral plate in the middle, and they put everything you are going to put in your mouth, you put first on that ancestor plate. You're about to break a biscuit. You first break the biscuit and put it on the ancestor plate, then everybody can have their biscuits. You got collard greens, and some ancestors don't like certain things, right? So you're mindful that you didn't just pop up in this world by yourself. You're mindful that you came from a long line of beings who are souls, who are connected. And that this line leads all the way to God. You cannot reach God without your ancestors. You can't do it. That's why, and even the Bible says, honor your mother and your father. And even the Bible, God is always talking to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and telling them, I told this to your great-great-grandfather. I told this to your father. I told this to your grandfather. And I'm telling you, God is a respecter of ancestors. Ancestry is in the Bible. So how do we lift the ancestors? How do we love on our ancestors? Because they're loving us, they're guiding us, they're protecting us. We feed them energy, love, our prayers, candles, ancestor offerings, honey, wine, coffee, When I have my feast of the dead with my grandmother and my grandmother and my mother, coffee for one, wine for the other. Not wine for my grandmother. She was a teetotaler. Don't put no wine there. She didn't drink. My grandfather, nah, he could drink you under the table. Put some scotch for him. And my mama, she loved wine. And both my mom and my grandmama and my grandpa love coffee. And my father too, who I'm finding more and more about. He was Puerto Rican. So you're talking about coffee now for all of them. Why do we do all this? This is energy. This is feeding them in spirit realms. They're rising, and as they rise, they're lifting you too. So I said all that to say that spirits require food. As above, so below. That's the law. As above, so below. So everything that's happening on this plane of existence, something like it is happening on the other planes of existence. So how are these demons getting fed? Energy. Most people do not know that they're demon worshipers. And I've seen a lot of people that are Christians that are devil worshipers. And you might be like, Casey, what are you saying right now? Why? Because they're always paying homage to the devil, nothing but the devil, and not understanding that their words are energy and that they're giving attention, which is creative energy, to an entity like the devil. And so they just keep building him up bigger and bigger and bigger. Christians are the biggest believers in the devil. I don't know, maybe even more than Satanists. And Satanists and devil worshipers, those are different things. And Luciferians are different as well. But I find that a lot of Christians are devil worshipers because they're always talking about the devil. It's sort of like a reverse devil. It's like a reverse or something. You hate it so much, but you keep giving it all your energy and attention. The devil ain't never been a problem for me. Never. I have no evidence for a devil. I've been saying it for the longest time. Got no evidence for a devil. None whatsoever. Total made up construct. Total made up. Now, yes, there is a Lucifer. There is an actual entity named Lucifer. There is an entity named Satan. Yeah, these are entities. These are beings. Just like an entity named Valerie and Kaisi, right? My name, an entity named Danielle, an entity named Jay. We all have our names. Yet this whole devil construct, throw it in the trash. It's not helpful. It's not even helpful for the Christians that believe in it, because they're always thinking the devil got them or it's going to get them. Living in fear, and also having a scapegoat so that you can escape personal responsibility by believing in some devil. Devil made me do it. I remember one time, y'all know I was a Jehovah's Witness, right? Got 50 million stories about that child. Well, back in the day, when I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I had just started regular pioneering. We're going to get back to the negative entities in a minute. Let's do a little sidebar. So here I am as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I had just started regular pioneering. What does regular pioneering mean? It means that you have to spend 3 hours a day proselytizing, knocking on doors, and getting people into the cult. So I did that for a few years, and when I remember I was doing that, and we were out in field service, and there was these two sisters that we were in a group witnessing, right? Knocking on. You know how you see the whole throng of Jehovah's Witnesses come together because they're group people. They herd together. So you see a bunch of them coming down the street. You can recognize them from a mile away. Well, anyway, I was in the crowd, and one of the sisters was saying, yeah, I was getting ready to start regular pioneering. I had just put my application in, because you have to put an application in. I don't know how it works now. This is how it worked when I was in there. You have to put an application in to go knocking on doors for 3 hours a day. That's very interesting. But anyway, it was a requirement, 90 hours a month. And you had to put an application in, and they had to approve your application, talk to the elders, and approve you to knock on doors for that much time and grab other people out of whatever they were doing on a Saturday morning, eating their breakfast, watching cartoons, living their life, and grab them out and throw them in the witness clan. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Here's the bottom line of it. One of the sisters said, I just put in my application for regular pioneering. And guess what? Found out I'm pregnant. And the other sister said, wow. Now, this was literally the conversation. And the other sister said, wow. Now, I was like, yay, you're pregnant. This is wonderful. Guess what the sister said? Yep, the devil is busy. I was like, baby, the devil didn't make you pregnant. And I'm missing something in this conversation. This sounds crazy. This is cray-cray right here. The devil is busy. It's not like you and your husband was busy, but the devil is busy because you're pregnant and you're not even happy. That this is devil worship at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you blaming the devil because you got pregnant, what is that other than honor and worship to the devil? I saw a meme the other day. The devil was laying back in bed reading the Bible. And he was like, I never did that. I was cracking up. This devil is like, how are they giving this devil so much credit? This devil can do all that. This devil sounds all powerful, more powerful than God. No, throw that out. It's not helpful. So anyway, the bottom line of it is this, that this whole devil person, that's a construct. Yes, there is a Satan, and yes, there is a Lucifer. These are different beings than the devil. Get your spirit straight. That's the first thing. Next, don't none of them want you. Do you know that the devil does not have, according to Christians, the devil has one desire, is to get your soul. Why did the devil want your soul? The devil don't want your soul. The devil is not interested in your soul. So anyway, let's go back to these spirits. Now, you do have in this hierarchy, there's a hierarchy of demons. Study your demonology. There's a hierarchy. And in the hierarchy, there's also a hierarchy above the demons that is the angelic realm. Study your angelology. So if you read something like the Testament of Solomon, you will see that every single demon has an angel for a boss. That's how it is in my cosmology. Now, other cosmologies, they may subscribe to something different. I'm not saying that I'm telling you what's right, because I'm not with right and wrong. I'm telling you my experience of spirit realms, which is quite extensive. There's a hierarchy, there's an order, and if a demon or a wayward spirit gets out of order, there are all manner of ways of putting it back to where it's supposed to be. And don't think that these things are not supposed to exist, because anything in existence has a purpose. Its very existence denotes purpose. Something cannot exist if it has no purpose. So let's go further. Let's say you have an issue with, well, let's just talk about some of the spirits that were in our house. When I was younger, like three, somewhere around there, 3, 4, right when my mom was getting into the witnesses. In our home, there was quite a few spirits. Some were, it was a lot of spirits, because this house was very old that we lived in. And the older a house, the more likelihood that it has many spirits in it, because people have lived there, people may have died there, things have happened there, and especially if a lot of people are there. And you'll also find a lot of entities and spirits of places that used to be hospitals, or places that were insane asylums. That's a lot of spirit activity, because people are in touch with these other realms, but people think that they're crazy. So let's talk about the ways to get rid of them. Now, there are several ways to get rid of these negative entities, and these also work for negative energies. One way is prayer. And two, that work like a charm, will get rid of just about anything if you say it with enough fervor and power and spirit of the living God, and you come with the spirit. The Lord's Prayer, the 23rd Psalm. I haven't seen anything that can withstand it. When you speak it with power, I'm talking power. The Lord is my shepherd. Oh my God, I say it all the time. I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. When you start speaking that, man, them amscray Man, that they can't get out of there fast enough. Why? Because you're speaking two prayers: the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We all know it. And the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd. Those two have been said over and over and over and over again by so many people that they have this tremendous, and we've given our energy to this, right? Just like the Hail Mary. Hail Mary would work too. I'm just not Catholic. That's why I wouldn't use the Hail Mary. I would definitely use the Hail Mary if I was Catholic. It's just been said over and over and over and over again so many times that these prayers, they have such immense power in the universe that they're like freight trains. They will just, they'll just, you don't even have to believe it. Is that crazy? You don't have to believe the Lord's Prayer. You just have to say it with power and intention to clear. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe it. It's a code. And if you can learn it in Aramaic, I've been seeking to learn this prayer in Aramaic and have been working with it in Aramaic to get the tongue the same way Christ said it. Because he said, pray then this way. Isn't that how he said it? He didn't say these exact words, because he already knew the words would change over time as you speak them. And as they were translated, they would be changed and it would morph. Language morphs. Everything is dynamic. He didn't say pray these words, did he? He said pray them this way. That there is a way to pray that will change the atmosphere and change spirit realms, not on just the physical plane, on all planes of existence. And that's all that the prayer warriors and all of the people who can pray heaven down to earth, that's all that's happening. They're moving energy. They're moving energy. So that's the first thing that you can do to get. And I'm telling you, you could be an atheist and do this. You do not have to believe. You don't have to be a believer. It's almost like a knife. The word is a sword, a two-edged sword, right? If you pick up a two-edged sword, do you have to believe that the sword will chop something, or do you just have to swing the sword? These are tools. These are spiritual power tools. When you pick up a chainsaw, do you have to believe the chainsaw? I believe in you. You don't have to believe. The Bible's like a chainsaw. You don't have to believe in it. Belief is not required. It's probably problematic, because it will stop some things from happening because you don't believe that it really could happen. Chuck your belief in the trash. You don't need belief. Just do it and tell me what happens. Next, here's the next thing that you want to do. You want to get sound going. What's the sound? You want to either play gospel music. Man, them things cannot be in there with gospel music. They cannot withstand gospel music. Now, it could be that I love gospel music because I'm Black. I don't know. Maybe everybody loves gospel music. I'm talking about that good old gospel music where people start Why do you think they're doing that? Because stuff is popping off of them. I'm talking about that good gospel music when you go to a church and people start crying and waving back and forth and rocking and all of that. It just gets in your spirit. It starts moving stuff. It's healing you. It's moving. Why? It's quantum physics. This is energy. This is all proven by quantum physics. Energy. You see, it's sound. And it's sound at a certain vibration. And the sound at a certain vibration carries, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, information. So as I'm speaking to you, there's one level, you're hearing the words that I'm saying. And then on another level, my voice is a sound instrument. And the vibration of this sound is going out throughout the entire universe, and it's carrying information. And other beings way on the other side of the cosmos are connecting with this vibration if it's a match. That's how this whole thing works. It's all energy. It's all energy. This is all proven by quantum physics. You can look it up yourself, right? Now, if you study quantum physics, you're basically studying spirituality. It's the exact same thing. Now, let's go further. So we got prayer as one. knock them out. Let's talk about sound. You get you some loud gospel music. Once again, you don't have to like gospel music. You getting rid of negative entities and negative energy. Who cares if you like gospel? Do you like gospel music better than you like negative entities and negative energy? Good. Then play the gospel music. Pick what you like. Now, the second thing with regard to this sound that works like a charm, Native American flute. The Native American flute, as a matter of fact, Native American flute is so good that you can find it right here on YouTube, and you can get like 8 hours of Native American flute. And it doesn't say to get rid of negative energy. I'm telling you, it gets rid of negative energy. You play it throughout your whole house for like 8 hours straight. Loud. You want the energy and the vibration of the sound to be more prominent and a stronger vibration than any negative energy or negative entity. Why? Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. The strongest vibration wins. The strongest vibration wins. So if I come with a vibration of anger, I'm just like, rah, rah. And someone else comes with a vibration of love, and their vibration of love is stronger than my vibration of anger, my vibration of anger will start to dissipate. And then because they are a tuning fork on the love vibration, the love in me, this is how law of resonance works. The love in me will start to vibrate too. And all of a sudden, one enlightened person has changed a million people. One person sitting there, really truly anchored in the love vibration, is more than a match for many people who are in hate, confusion, fear. You anchor in the love. You are God. Ye are gods. You anchor in the love. Now, so you got in this second category, you have a sound. You have gospel music, you have Native American flute, and I'm going to give you another one. Bells. Get your bells. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, they hate bells. Especially very high-pitched, beautiful bells like the angel bells. These are the bells that you want, right? Ding, 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 ding. High-pitched bells. Ding, 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 ding. You go through bells, it's like sound cleaning, sound clearing. Ding, 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 ding. So you're cleaning with the bells. Next, we're not finished yet with this sound because this sound will work wonders. Clearing negative energy from your mind and from your home, clearing negative entities, all of it. Clearing your aura, all of it. Next, you want to get your drums. Oh my goodness. Could be also because I'm from, the diaspora. Black people, we love our beats. Drums, you get them drums. Now, we have had many drum circles. And when you get into the drum circle, you start drumming and drumming and drumming and drumming and drumming and drumming and drumming. The energy's going up, 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 up. And them things, you look around, everybody's dancing. Everybody is free. Everybody is energized, enlivened. Woo! We're not finished with this second one yet with sound. So we got gospel music. We have Native American flute. We have bells. We have drum. I'm going to give you one more. Get your singing bowls. Get your singing bowls and you roll the thing right. Child. It's like playing a dog whistle to dogs, man. They will be like going crazy. I'm telling you, it's not hard to get these negative things. Get the cooties out. Be gone. I don't know where y'all going, but be gone. You going out of here. And them things are like, oh, run it out. Run it out. Now let's go to a third one. Smells. Some of you got these negative entities hanging around. Look at me, because your place is nasty and stinky and got a whole bunch of stuff all crammed into the corners and you have too much clutter. Clutter and stinkiness, it's going to be very hard for you to get those negative energies and negative entities out. It's going to be very hard because there's so many places to hide. And every item has energy connected to it. This has energy connected to it. This journal has energy connected to it. A beautiful energy. I got this journal the other day because it reminds me of my mom. My mom's big. Um, it just said mom when I looked at it, even though mom's bird was the peacock. And this has a dragon. It's still, this has energy connected to it. Here's another one of my journals. This has energy connected to it. You see, everything has energy connected to it. So if you have 1,000 things in your place, that's 1,000 things that have energy connected to it. If you have 500 things in your place, you have half the energy connections. I hope I'm saying this in a way that's clearly understand. I hope I'm being clear with this. And I'm not saying that there's something wrong with having nice things. We love having beautiful things. We love, you have your things in your home. I'm talking about clear the clutter. Don't let it be cluttery. Clear the clutter because your mind can't think. And this stuff, these cooties, they have places to hide. Clear out your corners, clear out your closet, clear out your drawers. That's where all these little cooties, they run and scamper. It's like little mice and stuff like that in spirit realms. Get rid of all that stuff. Clean out the clutter. And why do you have trouble? Why do we have trouble cleaning out clutter? Because we procrastinate. We don't feel like it. I don't feel like cleaning it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to do it Saturday. Don't do that. Pick a day. Have somebody come over to your house and make it a party. Let them be there, keeping you company while you clear out your drawers or whatever. Clear the clutter. Next, with this third one, with smells. Smells and clutter and just stuff. These low vibration entities and these demonic spirits, confused spirits, they thrive on stinky smells and stinky attitudes, just like angels thrive on heavenly scents. So if you want to have an angelic, let's say, ritual, and you're going to call in a particular angel, and let's say that angel's incense or that angel's correspondence, herbal correspondence, herb, essential oil, let's say it's cassia, and you're fumigating the cassia, you're burning the cassia incense, or you got the cassia going in the essential oils, and you're fanning this into the whole atmosphere, the whole room is being filled with it. You're going to just call that entity right on in, and that entity is like an aroma lifting to heaven, and this entity is coming right in. Same thing happens for stinky smells. You got stinky stuff, trash, or just something don't smell quite right, or odors, or lingering odors in your house. I'm very big on odors. I'm very big on getting rid of odors because these things, they just draw low vibration things. Clear the air. Keep your essential oils going through the air. Spraying, frankincense, myrrh, rosemary. That's my ascension blend that I love to put those three together. Waft beautiful things through the air. Clean. Open the windows. Get the fresh air flowing through. Of course, in this third category, when we're talking about the smells, the scents, and the aromas, of course, that's where you're going to burn your sage and incenses and all the things that we do to clear. Now, when you burn your sage, of course, burning sage and burning all of your incenses, you're going to open the windows, open the doors. The Native Americans taught me that every time you burn sage, you have to open the doors and open the windows, at least crack it, so that the stuff can fly out. You burning up everything and got everything billowing and all the smoke billowing, and the things are in there with you like, and then when it dies down, they're like mad. They're like, oh, you tried to get rid of me. They're not in a good mood. Open the windows, open the doors. Whenever I do cleansing and clearing a consecration space, or about to do a spiritual ritual, or any kind of protocol, or any kind of spiritual experience, you just want to open the windows, open the doors, fresh air coming through, get to them corners, spray your essential oils blends in the corners, or sage your corners, smoke them up real good, because these things live in corners, nooks, crannies, behind doors, dark closets, basements. Why do you think people are afraid to go into all these different places? Because that's where they live. They live in the cracks and the crevices. Get in there and start to praying, and got your gospel music going and spraying and clinging a couple of bells. Your place will be so cleared out. I'm telling you, they won't be able to stand it. They'd be like, that Kaisi, she getting us all homeless. That's right. You got to get out of here. Now, there's another thing that I want to really help us understand. You have to be so careful when you release these spirit entities. You must spill the face. Fill the space. You must fill the space with something else. You must fill the space with love. You must fill the space by your intention with love and with light. Why? Because we know what Christ said. Christ said that if you get that entity out and that entity goes into the wilderness, right? It's wandering the empty spaces, the desolate spaces, because that's what some of these entities do. Some of them live in caverns and caves. Some wander in the wilderness. Some just read the Testament of Solomon and you'll see quite a few different. Just bone up on your demonology so you can just understand what's going on. There's nothing wrong with demonology. People told us there was something, run from the demons. Well, why? Why? Just know, right? Study to show thyself approved. So you have these wandering spirits. When this spirit wanders off and goes into these spaces, what it said, it says that it's looking for a new home. If it doesn't find a new home, what is it going to do? It's going to come back to the person, and then that end of that person is going to be 7 times worse than the first. You want to, every time you cast something out, you rid yourself of something, you fill that space. Nature abhors a vacuum. That thing will come right back, and it will be even more entrenched. And you have to call a spiritual specialist, a person like me, or people that do that kind of thing. That's one of my favorite kinds of things to do, because let me say this in a way that is, help me, Holy Spirit. I have been doing this work for many lifetimes. So in spirit realms, they already know who I am. That's very helpful. And you may be a person like that too. You may have been doing spirit work for many lifetimes. So as a soul, there's a signature, just like Christ. He did this work many lifetimes. They say Christ had something like 2,000 lifetimes. And they knew him. You just want them to know who you are, so that when you walk in the door, they just leave. We're not going to discuss it. You just go where you belong. And I have seen some spiritual teachers and some ones that can cast out spirits and things like that. Look at my eyes. I've seen some of them cast out some things that were entrenched that people could not get rid of, and they were spiritual warriors that could cast it out. Those things were not time enough for the spiritual power that these beings were bringing. That's it. I pray this is helpful. Let's hear some conversations. Woo, we got super chats. Hi, Lemon. If they are not living, I've asked so many questions. Why feed the spirits? Yeah, that's why we feeding them. Oh, she's preaching. Thank you. Ooh, 222, where you are. That's my mama's number. 222. Y'all love my mama. I learned so much from you. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Love y'all. Oh my goodness. Reverend Valerie Love, thank you for this live. Please share more scriptures in the Bible that talk about ancestors. Ooh, I sure will. I love that. Woo! Woo, I love it. Love you. Love you. Look, I'm doing my peace sign. Love the super chat. Jay, free will and free choice is a big. Isn't that the truth? Wow. Basic Christians are great at blame shifting to the whole devil made me do it though. Yeah. Right, Jay? And like what people don't understand, right? Jay, and all of us who are understanding this, we're on the spiritual path. Responsibility and power go together. If you give away your responsibility, you just gave away your power. They're married. They go together. She did that. Be right, HR. You love it. Oh my God. How you love it. How you love it, family. I love you so much. They do the most just to scare. Don't some of these spirits be doing too much. Sometimes you walk in a place like, you know what, y'all are doing too much. Some of y'all gotta go. And then, you go some places and you sleep, and it's like, but everywhere I go, before I lay my head down, I have the altar on. I done sprayed up everything. They see me coming. They're like, oh, Lord, not worth the trouble. Let's go somewhere else, because here she going to come with all her praying and crystals, and make it not worth their trouble. It's too much trouble. Make yourself too much trouble for negative energy, entities. They're going to go to somebody that's, who would you bother with? Somebody that's easy pickings, or somebody that's coming with the sage and the prayers and the singing bowls and the bells and the crystals and the spiritual power? If you were a demon, where would you go? That's an easy choice. You're going to run away from the person with the spiritual power. Funny, I thought children were a gift from God. Exactly. Exactly. They are, Sarah. They are a gift from God. But that's what these two witnesses said. I'm sitting there like, I mean, I was still in the truth, as they call it. They call it being in the truth, and everybody else is not in the truth. Okay, whatever, witnesses. I was still in there, and I was like, it was just another thing piled on the pile of my ancestors looking at me like, you haven't had enough yet. You still need more evidence? Get out of Dodge, girlfriend. Get out of Dodge. You know how spirit realms be telling you, girl, we know you hear us. Get out of there. You know your spirit team be talking to you, but you don't really want to move right away because we're stuck in our human things, and we're having our attachments, and we are in our rationalizations, and so we don't want to do what spirits. When spirits said move, we don't want to move. They in heaven having conversations around you. Come on, let's have a. We have to have a committee meeting. Look at her. What is she doing? You know, I don't want them to have committee meetings about me in heaven. I'm over it. I see. My grandma used to say people be lying out on, isn't that the truth? Lying on the devil. And the devil didn't do all those things. Please tell them they need to just erase devil from their vocabulary. That's right. Completely erase it. Completely erase it. Ooh, Zaire. Zaire, do you remember when we were at the mystery school? Oh, family, I got a couple of things to tell you. We're accepting 3 witches into the mystery school. Oh my goodness, I am so happy you said that. We're accepting 3 witches into the mystery school. We have space for 3, and you got to do your application right away. Go to christianwitches.com, and you have to register by December 31st. It's only open for a very short time. We have a window open. It was closed for a while because we have our group that is acclimating, and some will be initiated this December. We go to Sedona on Sunday. Mystery School will be starting Tuesday in Sedona for 5 days. And we have some being initiated then. And if you want to get into the initiation program, go to christianwitches.com. We have space for 3 now. Zaire, you made me think about Mystery School. In that mystery school, I still remember that demonology class. We were in Sedona. We were reading the Testament of Solomon. And Zaire was like, see, because Christians were teaching us that these demons were just running amok, doing whatever they feel like doing, jumping on people, attacking people, and you got to cast them out of it. Demons don't work like that. They have personalities. They have things that they do. They have specific places where they live. They have specific angels that they have relationships with. And we need not be ignorant of these things. That's what I feel. I feel like we need not be ignorant of these things, right? They're scared of the devil who wrestled Jesus and makes people have sex. And there's more important energies to handle. Isn't that the truth? And by the way, God gave us sex, not the devil. The devil ain't give us sex. God gave us sex, right? The creator, God, goddess, gave us sex. Hi, Lee. How you loving? I believe in prayer, the Lord's Prayer. Oh my goodness, Donna, the Lord's Prayer will take care of anything you got going on. It's such a powerful. There's even a book called the Necronomicon. And the Necronomicon is by H.P. Lovecraft. You know how Lovecraft was. He was definitely in touch with other dimensions. And in the Necronomicon, it says that there are some entities that nothing else will work on them other than the Lord's Prayer. That other things don't work with them. So you could try some of your get out and cast it out and different things to get them out of there. Some, they may be entrenched. You find spirits that are entrenched. Not only are they entrenched in particular people, they're entrenched in bloodlines. They just keep connecting with the bloodline. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. I loved her. Yeah, Aramaic. It's incredible. Lawrence suffered from terrible stomach pains this weekend and saying the Lord's Prayer cleared that right up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Lawrence. That thing is so powerful. That thing is so powerful. And you just say it over and over and over again. And you say it with power. You say it with fervent. Pardon me. I was getting a phone call in. Oh my God. So, okay. Even a mustard seed worth of faith have you put your heart. Let me tell you something. Unconditional ascension. If you got some bad energy, negative spirits in there, you would be like, you know what? I don't care what I got to do. I'm getting rid of this. Yeah, you will get that stuff out of there. Even if you don't have a lot of faith, even if you don't really believe, you can still, everybody's God. You can still deal with it. You can still deal with it. We have the power, family. We have the power. You said it. Okay. Frequency. Energy. Wow, family. I love this conversation. Oh man, them Tibetan singing bowls, Rachel, those things are the bomb. You got your singing bowls. You see, these entities, it's energetic. They're not going to be able to stay. They're not going to be able to stay. All right, my family. That's it. Share this vid with people that really need it. People who have negative energy in their minds and in their homes. People who are dealing with negative entities, maybe in the bloodline or whatever the case may be. Absolutely pick up the books. Go to christianwitches.com and pick up everything, and also join us in the mystery school. I love you. And of course, for the Christian Witches Convention in April, don't play. I love you. God bless you. To all of our super chatters, a big hug from my heart to yours. I love you. God bless you. Kaisi out. Peace. Oh, y'all are so awesome. Oh, y'all are so awesome. Now all I got to figure out is how to turn this, how to end the broadcast.